Wednesday's first video for you with first news story is from Ethiopia. Breaking news is that Ethiopia-Djibouti railway line is cut off. Train service is suspended. Somali angry youth has cut off the railway line somewhere in Siti zone, it seems. What happened? Why is Somali youth not happy with the recent meetings between Afars and Somali elders in Adama city of Ethiopia? Second news story is about PM Abiy's yesterday's speech at the parliament. He talked about Oromos there, as we have been discussing in previous videos, that now it is Oromia's turn to rule Ethiopia. He spoke about the share of Oromos in jobs, in other things in Ethiopia. What did he say? Third news story is about Somalia, Kenya, diplomatic tension. It seems that Kenya is trying to de-escalate the situation. Kenya wants good relations. It wants assumption of friendly ties with Somalia. That is why just a few hours ago, Kenyan Foreign Ministry wrote a letter to Somalia's embassy in Kenya. Yesterday, I reported about a development when Somalia's ambassador to Kenya walked out of a meeting as a protest against placing of Somaliland's flag at a diplomatic event. Lastly, was Eritrea. Eritrean representative at UN Human Rights Council delivered a speech a few hours ago. The speech was delivered in response to UN Special Rapporteur's report on Eritrea. What did Eritrea representative say at a UN Human Rights Council session? We'll have a detail look. Eritrean representative is accusing UN Special Rapporteur of overstepping his mandate. That large portion of the report submitted by Special Rapporteur is focused on Tigray, which is a violation of the mandate of UN Special Rapporteur. Firstly, viewers, first news story is about Afar Somali border tensions. The two regional government, the two people have been fighting over Adato, Gerbaise and Ondofo for years. And around 2 weeks ago, more than 2 weeks ago, fresh clashes erupted in border areas. Clashes were in Djibouti as well. Now, we know that Ethiopian federal government, Ethiopian Minister of Peace, mediated talks between Afar and Somali governments in Adama 2 days ago. The talks were attended by Mustafa Omar of Somali region, Abul Arba of Afar region, and 65 members from each of the two regions were also there. Discussions were held. A 10-member committee was formed that it will discuss and it will make recommendations. And before that, 4 points were agreed by the two parties. The 4 points were, firstly, it was agreed that there would be immediate cessation of hostilities, an end to border fighting. Secondly, the two sides will move away from strategic Ethiopia-Djibouti road. They won't try to take control of the areas on or near the road. Thirdly, that the people displaced due to this violence will be rehabilitated in Garbaise, Adato and Ondofo. And fourthly, that a road in Ondofo which is blocked, it will be opened. Now, the 4 points were agreed by the two parties. At the meeting, some Somalis complained that their elders were humiliated by the Afar side, that some remarks were passed against their elders. So either there is anger in Somali region because of what happened at the meeting, and that is why we're seeing that Ethiopia-Djibouti railway line has been cut off, or there are some forces which don't want Afar and Somalis to agree on a roadmap to peace, and that is why these forces are trying to use their agents to disrupt Ethiopia-Djibouti railway service. Now you can see some pictures on your screen. The railway track has been damaged. You can see it on your screen. It seems that some elements in Siti zone of Somali region, they have damaged this railway track. That is why Ethiopia-Djibouti rail service is suspended these minutes. Government departments are trying to repair the railway track so that railway service could be resumed. We should not forget that opposition parties based abroad, they want to use this crisis between Afar and Somalis against Mustafa Umar's government. So either there are some elements backed by opposition parties in Siti zone which are against the agreement reached between Afar and Somali elders, or Somalis in Siti, they have genuine concerns. They are not satisfied with the agreement, initial agreement reached in Adama, though no final agreement so far. Discussions underway. 10-member committee will meet. But it seems that there are problems in Siti zone. That is why this railway track has been damaged. Railway service is suspended these minutes. A second news story is about PM Abiy's speech at the parliament yesterday. There he spoke about Oromias. It is said that now it is Oromos' turn to rule Ethiopia. What did he say? And we know that Baldera's party and some Amhara groups have been complaining against the use of Oromia flag, Oromia anthem in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. PM Abiy addressed these concerns. What did he say? Firstly, he talked about anthem. He said those who protest against Oromia anthem in Addis Ababa schools, they should know that there are French, German, Italian schools as well in Ethiopia, and they use their own anthems. Why don't these groups protest against those schools? So these groups are against the unity of the people of Ethiopia. And secondly, he said, Oromos are not getting even a quarter of what they deserve. So it's not that Oromo ethnic group is getting more, it's getting lesser than other groups, though Oromo is the largest ethnic group in Ethiopia. He said that if you go to any office, you would see that 52% officials are Amharas, 16% are Oromos, and 15% are Tigrayans. So you see that Amhara is not the largest ethnic group in Ethiopia. Largest one is Oromo. But 52% Amharas, 16% Oromos, and 16% Tigrayans. Now Tigrayans are getting more than what they deserve in accordance with their population. Oromos are getting much less. Much lesser than what they deserve. So that is why he said that Oromos are not getting what they deserve. It means that he will increase Oromos' share, which he thinks Oromos are entitled to have. And that is why perhaps we're seeing that in the Amhara region, people say that Oromoma is now the target, the objective of the government, the federal government of PM Abiy, wants to appoint Oromos in top positions. Thirdly, viewers, Kenya is trying to mend Kenya-Somalia relations. Relations were strained during Farmajo era. Then there was hope that with the election of Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, a new era of friendly ties will start. But yesterday, Somalia's ambassador to Kenya walked out of a diplomatic event where Somaliland's flag was also placed. He protested. He said that Somaliland was part of Somalia, and placing of Somaliland's flag, the diplomatic event, was an indication that Kenya considered Somaliland as an independent country. So he protested, he left, he walked out of the meeting. And after that, Somalia's embassy in Kenya shares a note verbal with Kenyan Foreign Ministry. And after that, Kenyan Foreign Ministry wrote a letter to Somalia's embassy in Kenya. Kenyan Foreign Ministry says that it regrets what happened at the diplomatic event yesterday. Kenya respects Somalia's sovereignty. Very important statement, because it means that Kenya wants to pursue friendly ties with Somalia, and Kenya is expressing regret over what happened at diplomatic event yesterday. A good sign for diplomatic relations for future Kenya-Somalia relations. Lastly, viewers, Eritrean representative at UN Human Rights Council delivered a speech a few hours ago. He responded to UN Special Rapporteur's report on Eritrea, about human rights situation in Eritrea. What did he say? He rejected the report. He said that the Special Rapporteur is overstepping his mandate. Large portion of the report is focused on what happened in Tigray. The Special Rapporteur is supposed to report about human rights situation in Eritrea, but his report is focused on what happened in Tigray. That shows that he is overstepping his mandate. Eritrean representative further said that this tool of Special Rapporteur was created in 2012. And the purpose of appointing a special rapporteur was to put pressure upon Eritrean government. Unfair sanctions were imposed on Eritrea, that Eritrea was backing Al-Shabaab, and then this tool was created to put Eritrea under pressure. It is a tool of the US and the West. Eritrea rejects the report. That is what Eritrean representative at Human Rights Council said. And he opposed extension of the mandate of UN Special Rapporteur. UN Special Rapporteur's mandate is expiring. It is going to be renewed. Will it be renewed or not? Eritrea is requesting that the mandate of the Special Rapporteur should not be renewed. Will it be renewed or not? That remains to be seen. Eritrea says that national service is backbone of Eritrean defense capabilities, and Special Rapporteur is targeting this national service. Human rights situation in Eritrea is not ideal like in other countries. There are challenges, but there is no human rights crisis in Eritrea. That is what he said at UN Human Rights Council meeting. Will the mandate of UN Special Rapporteur be extended or not? That remains to be seen. We'll update you in coming videos about a decision regarding the extension of the mandate. Thanks for watching.